Namaskaram and welcome to Tune and Frequency. My name is Gina Druan and today we're doing a collective reading for or with the Soundbowl and my frequency cards. I hope you haven't missed me. I have been a little absent, I know, but autumn vibes have definitely gotten to me in terms of me having to let go and just taking some time to really go into introspection. But here we are meeting together on this beautiful new moon in Sagittarius, and it's also the time of the Sagittarius, so it's filled with adventure. And what I really feel is this Sagittarius energy, like we're gonna like shoot some arrows to our goals. Yes, it's winter time, but I do believe that we can use winter, December, to set the intention, and the intention that we are going to carry into the new year. So let's start with the sound bowl. You have waited long enough. Take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. If you like, you can also let out a little sigh. All right, so let's start. You can place your hand on your heart if you like. What is the frequency for Sagittarius in the collective for this new moon? All right. It's exactly what I was saying before, this like very clear energy that is shooting towards the goal, and that is what this this frequency was like. You might have heard that it was pretty loud in the beginning, and when I pulled it, it was a little bit like two different symbols. The first one was a straight line, and the second one that I got was like a big circle. So we do have the arrow, but also we need the target, to shoot it in there. And both is equally important. There's none of each that is more important than the other. Both need each other. The target needs the arrow just as much as the arrow needs the target. And for me, this is very symbolic of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, or the other way around. The arrow being the masculine energy, this like goal-oriented, quite a strong force. There's power in it. And the target, you don't need to think of it as like the victim that is being shot, but more or less you can understand it is something that is working like a magnet and really attracting the arrow. So if you've ever heard, if you want to like really shoot the arrow on the target, then even before you shoot, you should already see the arrow in the target, like in the right place. And when you visualize it, then it will come more often to fruition. So the target also wants that arrow to find its like middle, like to be shot in the middle. If you think of it as like the Cupid's arrow, and yes, this is probably also inviting a lot of like new bondings, new connections. And I usually don't do this and put like a love reading into it, but this feels a lot like two parts attracting each other. All right, let's see what else. All right, beautiful. So this one is basically adding to the first one. So this time I was still seeing the target, but interestingly enough, it was kind of moving, kind of floating somewhere. And the thing is, when the target moves, you need to move. Yeah, because you always want to make sure that you are in the right position to then, the optimal position to then shoot it. You want to find the straight path. Yeah, it's like when I always think of math, you know, the shortest distance between 2 points. That is what you're looking for. So when the target moves, you will also move and you will find the right angle. And that is what it's all about. It's about adjustment. So when you look back, when you reflect on the past year, and you felt like you've been shooting these arrows and constantly they're missing the target. So now this is the time to adjust, to look back and reflect. What have I been missing? Not just literally with the target, but is there like a blind spot, something that I didn't see before, but if I'm being honest with myself, then I might be able to see where I can adjust, because I can't tell the target, hey, would you please stop moving? I'm trying to get to you. I'm trying to shoot you. I'm trying to reach my goal. That is not how it works. We have to adjust ourselves. Sorry, that was the microphone. Yeah, so don't be afraid to move, especially when you feel stuck and if you have been stuck for a while. One last time. So the last frequency that I got was, you might have heard that it was super soft. It felt almost as if it's like walking into the background. Yeah, it's moving into the background. It doesn't want to come to the forefront, because we're supposed to focus on all that is. Everything that has to do with the Sagittarius, the hunter, the one who is in charge of the, I don't want to say the weapon, but you know, the tool to find the target. And when it comes to that, it is all dependent on our physical body, yes. And there has to be some kind of drive. Sagittarius is like a very fiery energy, and the fire comes from this excited energy. It is very social energy. It is an adventurous energy. So you have to have fun also, kind of on this chase, on this hunt, and enjoy it, and make that enjoyment a physical experience, that your whole body is immersed in these in this phase of your life, because this will also end, and then you getting to the target, you reaching your goals, then it will follow like a very fruitful stage. So it's your invitation to kind of let other things that are maybe also less important to you, to let them kind of stay in the background. So everything that you need comes into the forefront, and you have it in your eyesight. You have it visible for yourself, but also like tangible. So yeah, this is all about these frequencies that we have for the collective. So this energy, because this is for the collective, will present itself to you in very different, okay, this card really wants to come. Self-awareness. Yes, what I was saying about your body, and also about the reflecting part, like being aware of maybe the mistakes you have done. Winter is a beautiful time for self-awareness, because we get to kind of cozy up, and everything is becoming dark, and yeah, the only light that we will have is the light in our home. We might like light a candle, and this light of this candle that doesn't reach far, so we can, as I said before, whatever is in the distance can stay in the distance, and we have a moving forward. So you are invited. I hear like ready to attack. And don't, again, think of it as necessarily like an aggression. It's more playful. It's like when you want to chase your lover, and yeah, it's a playful thing. It's a flirty thing. Yeah, Sagittarius are great flirts. So they're charming. So use that also to your advantage. Oh, and we have a plum. If you know me, and you know me well, then you know that I cannot tell you. We got the calling. All right, what that card meant. So moving forward and the calling were actually in reverse. So there's some kind of hesitation. So it's really, really important for you to take your time. Yeah. That's beautiful. Because of the self-awareness, we have number 16. Number 16, the alignment and the sexual energy, your life force energy, come together to then create the vision. Yes, so the visualization is really, really important. Like, I can see my target even with my eyes closed. My third eye is able to see the target all the time, and it doesn't matter whether I'm awake or I'm asleep. I can see my dream, my goal, my wish. I feel like when you look at this card, you see this like medicine man, and for some this might also be an invitation to have this shamanic experience. Yeah, maybe you will have an epiphany, this deep spiritual awakening in a new way and in a deep way. All these colors and these patterns are you to see and to find. And as I was saying before, we got moving forward, and there is a block, and something that jumps into my eye is you might see that this hat thing has the spiral in it, and this foot also has the same spiral. The spiral here, I feel, is also connected to the life force energy, which I was talking about earlier. And if you have watched a few of my readings, then you might know that in my meditations, in my channeling, I always work also with energy that flows from the universe in a spiral through my crown chakra, through my body, and always in this spiraling kind of movement, and then down into the ground, down into the earth, into the core of the earth. So this card moving forward has the number 38. So it's about expression and the infinity sign. So everything is connected as one. And together these numbers create an 11. Funny enough, we have the calling card here, which also has the 11 in it. And before I was talking about the 1 in alignment and also the 7 together, they create an 8. And again, we have the infinity sign. So all the alignment that you create, everything that you visualize for yourself, you don't just do it for yourself. Always make sure that whatever you hope for, you wish for, that you dream of, what your goal is, that is to your highest benefit, but also for the benefit of the world and every being within it. All right. It's time for me to read to you what the plum card says. I know it's going to be good, but let's hear it. If you have drawn this card upright, you are lining up vibrationally with victory and overcoming opposition through your confidence. Now is the time to assert yourself and be bold. You did not come to this life to live carefully and to stay safe. You may need to look after yourself at this time and be confident in expressing your needs and wants, otherwise you will not get your way. This is a time to know fundamentally who you are and what you stand for. If you were going to die 1 year from today, what would you do? And how would you want to be remembered? If you have drawn this card, confidence is the order of the day. Self-assurance will get you what you want. Confidence is not to be confused with aggression. If you have drawn this card, you must come to terms with your own aggressive impulses. No matter how denied it may be within you, aggression is part of human nature, part of your innate survival mechanism. Aggression cannot be simply suppressed. To do so will only turn it inward on yourself. When it does this, it will manifest itself in the form of illness. Aggression can be very destructive, but it is also a powerful energy that can be channeled creatively. This is a time when you need to be aware of your impulses or anger. If you have drawn this card, the time has come to really focus on developing your self-esteem. This is not the time for introspection. This is the time to develop the confidence and claim your place in the world. Interesting. It's so funny how I can keep on forgetting this card. And I've been doing these readings now for 4 years, and I have had this deck for even much longer than 4 years, and still I won't remember what the card says. But even before reading what the card says, intuitively, I guess, it is there, it is present, because with everything that I've said, that is what the card was saying. Especially when it comes to this energy of not necessarily having to be aggressive. Yeah, remember of what I was saying, like Sagittarius is adventurous, but it's also a charmer. It is fiery energy, yeah, but it's also very social. So don't be afraid to be bold and to move forward and go for what you want, because it is already yours. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned and see you soon. Bye.